workshop is not just an academic exercise, it's a catalyst for action, a bridge to collaboration and a beacon of hope for a sustainable future. Telangana is proud to support this.
Critical minerals, many of us are aware of it. And semiconductor technology is another very important area where to critical minerals, many of us are aware of it. And semiconductor technology is another very important area where all of us, India, wants to make a very significant, inroads into that particular area. You are all aware that about 2 years back, our Honorable Prime Minister has announced India Semiconductor Mission, and there are fabs which are being set up in the country, and all that needs a lot of work on critical minerals. And more importantly, this kind of things cannot happen in silos, and there is a need to bring people together. This whole Indo-Australian critical minerals research hub that we have set up with Monash, Professor Mohan sitting here, leading from the Australian side, and IIT Hyderabad leading from the Indian side, is a major step in that particular direction. And we are very confident that this kind of an initiative where we come together, bring the faculty, scientists from R&D labs and industrialists from both these countries, bring them together and working together would definitely lead to significant growth in this particular field, both in both the countries, and both of them will be able to grow together in a win-win situation. So that's the main objective of this particular workshop that we are conducting. I'm really grateful to all my friends from Australia all the way, and that too in the first week of January, which is generally a vacation time everywhere. They call it as holidays time. So in the holidays, we have pulled all of them together. Almost 40 scientists from Australia are gathered today here. We are really grateful to all of you. And who's and who of the whole country from India, every IIT faculty who are working in this area, and the directors of various R&D labs and CMDs of industries. Balram Garu is also sitting here, and I'm really grateful to all of you having gathered here. I'm sure these 2 days will really give you a lot of insights into this area, and also ideas for you to carry it forward with you to ensure that we grow together. IIT Hyderabad is very keen on innovations, and many of you, if you have seen our website of IIT Hyderabad, you will see IITH. We don't write it as Indian Institute of Technology Hyderabad anymore. We say inventing and innovating in technology for humanity. That is what IIT Hyderabad stands for, all of us. And just to tell you, in the last 5 years, we have close to about 250 startups, which have created about 1,500 crores of revenue, which is approximately about $200 million, I should say. So that is the kind of thing. In just this year, which has concluded 2 days back, we have got 210 patents in just 1 year from IIT Hyderabad. An institution which is just about 15 years old. These are all numbers which I should thank my whole energetic faculty. IIT Hyderabad has about 325 faculty, and the average age is about 38. So that's the main, I would say, strength of IIT Hyderabad, young and energetic faculty who are very keen to do a lot of innovations, and great students and staff that we have. We have been able to achieve these things. We have already set up a target for the next year. We call it as Patent a Day. Okay, so that's the next year target that we have already. We started working in that direction. And these are all important in these, specifically in the critical minerals area. We need to work together and bring out technologies which will help not only the two countries, but the whole globe. Thank you very much once again, friends. Thank you.
Whether that is in research, whether that is in space, whether that is in education, strategic foreign policy, all those pieces, and looking at this particular part of India. Of course, Australia and India, we have a High Commission in New Delhi, we have a Consulate in Mumbai, in Chennai, and Calcutta, which has a very strong mining focus, and here in Bangalore. So that's why I'm here. I'm mostly based in Bengaluru. I do my very best to be in Hyderabad as much as I can. I'm not going to talk about the cricket, but I am going to note that you are also sacrificing watching cricket today by being here. I wish us both great success. It's a good contest this time. On critical minerals, one thing I do want to say about that is there are many areas of collaboration between Australia and India. They cover strategic, we have a trade agreement, we have joint naval exercises, we have a huge number of students going in both directions, but also we spend quite a lot of time thinking about critical minerals. And we think about critical minerals because we would like to see diversity in supply chains, we would like to see the best research and technology capabilities between Australia and India, finding ways to use what Australia has, India also has, and what we would both like to see, which is technologies that are sustainable, technologies that meet future challenges, technologies that lift the prosperity of both countries and our region. So when Australia and India's leaders get together, when our trade ministers get together, when our science and technology councils get together, critical minerals is always part of that agenda. However, what we have here today is not much of government officials. We have real experts working on the research in these areas, and we have the industry connections to actually drive that collaboration and to move it out of, I guess, what you'd call high-level speech into practical ways to have things actually get off the ground. So I'm not a critical minerals expert, and I'm not going to speak any further on the topic. I just wanted to make the point that it is incredibly significant. And I am here because I recognise there is great work going on here with IIT Hyderabad, with Monash, Professor Muhar driving that, and a cohort of 40 Australians that come on a plane on the 2nd of January. It's not an easy thing to do directly, you're absolutely right. So I wish you every success. I really do look forward to seeing what comes out of the symposium and where the roadmap is, and from my perspective then where we can help to drive that a little further forward too. So thank you and all the very best.
Okay. Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Telangana, Professor Murthy, Her Excellency Miss Hilary, and my colleagues from the dais, and the esteemed audience, very good morning to all. I am really grateful to Australia India Critical Mineral Research Hub for inviting me as a speaker in this symposium. Thank you very much. I take it an opportunity to talk about the initiatives of Ministry of Mines, Government of India in the direction of securing the critical mineral supply chain and the sustainable mining in India. It is very important, as many of our friends in this place may not be fully aware the initiatives taken by the Government of India or being taken by the Government of India in securing the critical mineral supply chain. This is furthermore important in view of our nationally determined commitments for the energy transition to cleaner fuel, like target of 500 gigawatt of non-fossil energy capacity by 2030 and net zero by 2070. So, set of critical minerals is not standard across the globe. It depends upon the specific requirement of economy and the energy transition, the method of energy transition. However, many of them are common critical minerals defined by different economies. In India, we have recognized 24 minerals as the critical minerals which have place as part of the Act. So, being from the Government of India, from Ministry of Mine, let me now talk about the regulation of mining sector in India. The mining sector in India is regulated through the Mines and Mineral Development and Regulation Act 1957 and the rules framed under this Act. There have been many amendments during this long period, 1957 to till date. But if we talk about the landmark amendment that was made in 2015, when we introduced the auction regime for allocation of mineral blocks in India. Not many countries are doing that. It was to bring about more transparency in that allocation of the mineral blocks. The second thing is, any development project cannot be successful till the people affected by that development project, in this case that is mining, all the area affected by the development project are taken care of. So we introduced the District Mineral Foundation, which is a fund which takes care of the area and the people who are affected by the mining operations. Till now, we have collected, the districts have collected around $12.5 billion in that, and more than 50% has been spent on various development projects in those mining affected areas. Then there was, it was felt that there is lack on front of the exploration for different minerals, including the critical minerals. So one trust, that is National Mineral Exploration Trust, was established. So it has taken up more than 400 exploration projects in India, out of which 139 projects are related to critical minerals. Then GSI, that is Geological Survey of India, is also taking up many exploration projects in India, and in 24-25 they have taken 196 critical mineral exploration project in India, which is a big number, and that is going on. This is still 5 months to go. So next, if we talk about the further landmark amendment, it was in 2023. The critical mineral, keeping in view the importance of the critical mineral, the central government was empowered to do all auctions of critical mineral anywhere in India. That was a big decision, and till now we have successfully auctioned 24 blocks across various states in India. Then to promote the exploration of critical minerals, a new kind of license, exploration license, was also introduced, and funding for that is from the National Mineral Exploration Trust. Then we have to promote further the exploration in India. We have notified 28 private agencies also, and that is also funded through the AICMRH fund. The royalty rates for the critical minerals were also revised, like for rare earth, the royalty is only 1% as against 15% for the iron ore. The next landmark decision, which was, I can talk about Dr. Professor Murthy also, that was during May 2024. Honorable Finance Minister announced the National Critical Mineral Mission. So that was a big decision to promote or secure the supply chain of critical minerals. To three major components of that mission, while there may be many other components, but increasing domestic production, which till now I have talked about the domestic production, the effort taken for the domestic production. Then acquiring critical mineral assets abroad. So like we have created a special purpose vehicle, that is Kabil Kharij Village India Limited, exclusively to acquire critical mineral assets outside India. They have acquired 5 mineral blocks in Argentina, and we are in discussion with Australia with 2 companies. Here I would like to mention that we were talking about some acquisition in Australia. Then those companies, those miners, they are already in production. And once we finalize the MOU, in 6 months we can bring that lithium to our country. Then that time it was surprising that it is a fact, it's not surprising, it is a fact that we'll take lithium from Australia to some country for processing, then bring back to India for doing this thing. We don't have the cathode active material technology. So the industry and academia will have to work on these things. Otherwise, we won't be able to secure the supply chain of critical minerals. Then we have important component of recycling in the critical mineral mission. So I was talking to some company. There are many companies into that recycling, very aggressively coming into, they are doing research in recycling. I was talking to a company. What do we do that after this thing, 99% they are extracting this and that. Then finally, what is the outcome of that? Outcome is black mass. What do we do with the black mass? We export black mass. Then again, it is halfway things will have to work. This is very, very important. So, like for the critical mineral, we have many multilateral arrangements, like we are part of Mineral Security Partnership, US-led Mineral Security Partnership, and many other projects. Now, if we talk about the sustainable mining, because one topic was given to me was the sustainable mining in India. So we have sort of a complete chapter dedicated to sustainable mining in the Mineral Conservation and Development Rule 2017, which talks about the star rating. And for mining to continue, they need 3-star rating continuously. And if they achieve 5-star rating, every year we are felicitating those miners who have 5-star rating. Then we have provisions for removal and utilization of the topsoil, which is very, very important. Then storage of overburden, waste rocks, then protection against ground vibrations, air pollution, noise pollution, and maintain the flora and fauna in this thing. In the end, time is 10 minutes. I am finishing that. Again, requesting that without the complete supply chain, that we should be in a position that we should not require to export the black mass, then import the final outcome, chem and other things. And if maybe by 2030 we should be able to mine some of the critical minerals within India, we should not be required to export that for processing and all. So that is the industry and academia will have to, because government alone cannot do, industry and academia they have come forward. They are doing much thing. This is also part of this workshop. Is also part of this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity and patient listening. Thank you.
Energy transition has also highlighted the significance of the rare earth elements. Studies have shown that coal ash from the Singareni Collieries power plant contains the RE concentration up to 500 ppm. To capitalize on this potential, ACCL intends to further undertake detailed studies for advancement in extraction of the technologies to initiate pilot plant studies in Telangana. I am confident that this symposium and workshop will generate new ideas and pave the way for sustainable transition towards critical minerals, and I extend my best wishes for the grand success of the Critical Minerals Workshop organized by Australia India Critical Minerals Research Hub. Thank you all.
Last but not least, it's an honor to welcome Shri Batti Vikramarka Mallu, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana, for his address. It's over to you.
Director, IIT Hyderabad, Miss Hilary, McGeachy, Consul-General, Australia, Bengaluru, Shri Dinesh, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Mines, and Mr. Shri Balram, CMD, Singareni, Collieries, and Professor Muhar, Monash University, distinguished academicians, respected researchers, industry leaders, students, and esteemed guests. Very good morning to all of you. It's truly a privilege to address the Australia-India Critical Minerals Research Hub workshop hosted by IIT Hyderabad, an institution that has become a powerhouse of innovation and excellence. IIT Hyderabad is not just a campus, it's a factory of dreams, a lighthouse of innovation, and a crucible of collaboration. Dear friends, before I begin, let me take a moment to acknowledge the visionaries who made these kinds of institutions in this country. The story of the IITs began with Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister. He envisioned these institutes as temples of modern India. For Nehru, science and technology were not abstract pursuits. They were essential tools to fight poverty, inequality, and underdevelopment. When the first IIT was established in Kharagpur in 1951, Nehruji said, "Here in the place of that Hilary detention camp stands the fine monument of India, representing India's urges, India's future in the making." Today, as I stand here at IIT Hyderabad, I see his vision brought to life, vibrant, dynamic, and brimming with possibilities. This institution is a shining testament to Nehru's belief in science as a driver of national progress. And also, friends, regarding this Hyderabad IIT, let's not forget the pivotal role played by Dr. Y.S. Rajashekar Reddy, the Congress former Chief Minister of undivided Andhra Pradesh, in operationalizing IIT Hyderabad. Dr. Y.S.R. was not just a politician. He was a visionary who understood the transformative power of education and research. And I am fortunate enough to take part, to work along with him under his leadership, and to take part at the time of the decision making of this IIT Hyderabad as MLC in those days. It was under his leadership that the foundation for IIT Hyderabad was laid. He recognized that an IIT was not just a center for academic excellence, it was an engine for economic growth, innovation and employment generation. As a proud congressman, I feel privileged to carry forward their legacy and to stand here today addressing some of the finest minds in science and technology. Research is often seen as an academic pursuit, something confined to laboratories and journals. But the truth is, research is the foundation of every real-world breakthrough. Whether it is finding efficient ways to extract critical minerals, innovating sustainable mining practices, or building robust global supply chains. Research gives us the what and the how, but real-world execution begins in the when and the why. In Telangana, we recognize this connection, and that's why our Telangana clean and green energy policy emphasizes research-driven, science-backed initiatives. Critical minerals are not just industrial raw materials. They are the building blocks of the green economy. Every solar panel, every wind turbine, every electric vehicle, and every energy storage battery at its heart is powered by critical minerals. Our Telangana clean and green energy policy sets ambitious goals, adding 20,000 megawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2030. Prioritizing battery energy storage systems to manage intermittency. Promoting green hydrogen technology as a fuel of the future. But here is a catch, none of these goals are achievable without a stable, sustainable and ethical supply of critical minerals. And that's where initiatives like this, Australia India Critical Minerals Research Hub, become crucial, not just for Telangana, not just for India, but for the whole world. In Telangana, we have always believed that real progress is not a top-down directive, but a bottom-up collaboration. Whether it's a renewable energy or critical minerals, the involvement of stakeholders from academia and industry to local communities is essential. In shaping our clean and green energy policy, we listen to researchers, industry leaders, and grassroots innovators. We ensured that their insights were not just acknowledged, but actively integrated into our policy framework. This workshop mirrors the spirit of collaboration. It's not just a platform for academic exchange, it's a space where ideas meet execution, theory meets reality, and science meets society. The IITs are not just educational institutions, they are platforms for nation building. At IIT Hyderabad, we see this transformation in action through over 11,500 research publications, 320 plus patents, and startups generating 1,500 crore in revenue. But more importantly, the present culture of curiosity, habit of innovation, and a mindset of problem solving. This collaboration with Monash University under the Australia India Critical Minerals Research Hub is a shining example of how academia can bridge geographical boundaries to solve global challenges. Telangana is at the forefront of embracing sustainable energy future. We have invested in floating solar plant, smart grids, and energy storage technologies. We are prioritizing waste to energy projects to ensure no resource goes untapped. We are laying the groundwork for green hydrogen manufacturing hubs. These are not isolated projects, they are part of a greater vision where science and industry and governance work in a harmony to build a sustainable future. As a policymaker, I see initiatives like this, critical minerals research hub, as a vital nodes in that larger ecosystem. To the researchers here, your ideas have the power to redefine industries and reshape economies. To the industry leaders, your investments are the bridge between innovation and real-world application. To the students and young innovators, ask questions, keep asking questions. Think big and remember that every global breakthrough starts with someone asking, what if? So friends, please remember, keep asking the questions. As policymakers, it's our job to create ecosystems where innovation thrives, risks are mitigated, and collaboration is celebrated. As Pandit Nehru once said, the future belongs to science and those who make friends with science. Today, in this room, I see scientists, innovators, policymakers, and industry leaders, friends of science, allies of progress, and partners in change. This workshop is not just an academic exercise, it's a catalyst for action, a bridge to collaboration and a beacon of hope for a sustainable future. Telangana is proud to support this initiative and we remain committed to bring a leader in renewable energy, sustainable technologies and scientific innovation. Let us walk together on this journey. Let us innovate, collaborate, and build a future that is cleaner, smarter, and more sustainable. Friends, with these few words, I thank you very much for giving me an opportunity of speaking to you all. I once again thank you very much. Jai Hind and Jai Telangana. And today, I'm very happy to announce that we are getting into an MOU from our department, Government of Telangana, Singareni Collieries, with IIT Hyderabad. And this is also one of the happiest moments for the group and innovations and policy making. Thank you very much.
Here. So as I come close to the conclusion of the ceremony, it's my humble privilege and honor to express sincere gratitude and appreciation to all of you for having made it to this two-day symposium and workshop. First and foremost, of course, our distinguished chief guest, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Shri Batti Vikramarka, Sir, again, I was talking to Honorable Deputy Chief Minister. We had a meeting with him in July last year, and he said, Mohan, we will do something by December. So we are only a few days away from December. So thank you for keeping your word that MOU is here. So, and our guest of honor, Ms. Hilary McGeachy, thank you for making time to come. I know you got a lot of family company reasons that you have to be in Bengaluru, but